in a hurry to get that perfect cat eye, and it's just not working. So you try to keep adding more, and it gets worse and worse. And then you just smear it, and it is all terrible. What to do? Oh no! And trying to rush through your mascara, and oh no, a makeup mascara glumpy. And then you smear it just trying to get it all off. Ugh, and that beautiful dramatic red lipstick gets it all over your teeth right before you walk out the door. No! So you just throw in the towel and scrub it all off because you figure there's nothing is going to fix this. Get out your phone, girl, and call to cancel your plans because there is no way you can fix this before you have to walk out the door. Ugh.
Hi, I'm Dana O'Kee of Hair by Dana O'Kee. Has this been you? Are you the tragic victim of makeup mistakes and epic makeup fails? Aren't we all? I know I have been. Has this been you? Are you the tragic victim? Sorry guys. Okay. Sorry. Out of the infomercial mode. But seriously, they do happen. And then you're a hot mess and you're not going to go anywhere because you don't want to see anybody and you don't feel confident anymore. And you put all this hard work, you spent the money, you've done everything you can do, you've watched the tutorials, and this mess still happens. And a lot of it, I feel like, is prevention. Prevention is key. So to help you, I'll show you how to prevent them, but more importantly, I'll show you how to fix these mistakes when they happen. So when you're running out the door, you don't have to encounter all this, or you get out and about and you see this, and this is what happens. So we'll talk about that. In an ideal world, we would all get up at whatever ridiculous time we'd have to get up, and we would spend 2 hours on our makeup and our hair and a piece, and we would never have these mistakes. But in an ideal world, that doesn't happen, because in an ideal world, humidity happens, and clumpy mascara happens, and bad lipstick happens. These things happen. So I'm going to show you how to fix them, and I'm also going to show you how to prevent them from happening in the first place. So even though we don't live in an ideal world, you can have your ideal look. So stay tuned for that, and I will teach you how to fix your epic makeup fails or makeup mistakes from letting this happen to you. I know it's a pretty look, but maybe not for every day. Maybe for a Halloween costume of, like, hot mess. This is a good look. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks.
Okay, so we're going to start off with, to clean this up, just using a simple cotton round. For my makeup remover, I'm using Clinique's Take the Day Off makeup remover. And just putting a little dab on there, you don't have to soak it, just to clean up some of those big smudges that you get if you've smeared your makeup. This is a great way. Notice I've folded my cotton round in half, and I'm just lightly sweeping that up and out, kind of like the same fashion that I want my makeup to be applied. So that way we're not redoing all of our hard work, but we're just kind of like cleaning up those edges. This is a great way to clean up a messy cat eye as well, or a heavy smoky eye gone wrong. I'm just lightly sweeping that up, making sure I've fully removed that. And like I said, just gentle sweeps. You don't have to get in there scrub, not necessary. Now to fix that cat eye, notice I put my mirror down below me so I can look down at it. That helps a lot. And I'm just using very simple, short, small, sweeping motions. Rather than trying to get it all in one long motion, short, quick little motions like that really help blend it and get that nice, precise line rather than trying to do a big long one. Our skin is too pliable for that. You're going to get more drag, and therefore it's going to smudge and just going to mess up more. For this eyeliner look, I'm using my Kat Von D Tattoo It eyeliner in black. Love this. It is my favorite black liner. It stays all day, no smudges, and be honest, I've even slept in it and rocked it the next day, and it works great. So now we've got that all cleaned up and out of the way. I'm also going in, like I said, this is to clean up any of that makeup stuff. So if you're in a hurry and the liquid liner's not working for you, sometimes I go over with a wax pencil liner. This is NYX. It's their classic wax liner in chocolate. And I'm just going over that just to kind of soften that line a little bit. So if you do have a rough eyeliner line and you don't have time to keep fooling with it, this is a great way and a very simple way to take care of that. Now we're going in with the Too Faced chocolate bar, and I'm going in with the triple fudge. That's their darkest color on here. And I'm taking my e.l.f. C brush, giving it a little courtesy tap. And I'm going through just to clean up and smudge up that line a little bit. That's a great way, again, to soften any eyeliner lines that aren't working for you. You can just lightly go along there, that lash line, just to take that and clean it up a bit. Remember, smoky eyes make up for all makeup mistakes. Now I'm going in with my NYX concealer in my little paint pot here, and I'm using just a simple foundation brush. This is also an e.l.f. brush. They are great for just basic little brushes like that. They are wonderful, super cheap. And I'm taking that concealer and I'm just going up along that eyeliner line just to clean that up. A little bit of your concealer like that will really help clean up any of those lines and make it nice and crisp. And again, just taking that up along that line. Not bad. Getting better. Yay! Alright, so I am intentionally putting a big mascara glumpy right there because it happens. Just to show you that, oh no, we've got the mascara glumpy. So, we usually want to like start swiping at it, but we don't want to do that this time. This time we're going to wait. Just wait. So do something else. Play with your hair, finish your other makeup, feed the dogs, do something else. Check out Facebook. You know you've got other stuff you can do. But just wait until that sucker dries, because if you wipe at it while it's wet, you're just going to smear it. You know you've done this before. So I'm just checking it to see if it's dry enough. You can lightly hit it with your nail. If it still feels like it's a little wet, don't do it. Just be patient. So we're going to wait that out. Taking our time. It's all good. So while we're waiting, I'm going to fix up that lipstick on the teeth. Just taking a tissue, wiping it off. Pretty easy. I think everybody knows how to do that one, but had to include the lipstick on the teeth in the video. And now I'm going to use, again, going in with my Take the Day Off. And applying that to my tissue. Just blotting it lightly. So when you have bleeding around the lip area, you can just like put a light little bit on there so you don't have to hopefully go back in and redo your foundation. But if you just put a little bit and fold that tissue in half where you don't have the wettest part on there and just lightly kind of clean up that edge with the fold of the tissue. I also did not get a chance to film it in this video, but I wanted to emphasize that if you line your lips before you put on your lipstick, for whatever kind of lipstick you use, that is going to help prevent feathering. I cannot stress that enough. A lot of people feel like lip liner can be skipped, but it can't. You want the lip liner. Now to help set that lipstick, I'm taking my NYX. This is a invisible powder. And I've pulled apart a tissue, so I've got one ply here with my crazy tissue face. Looks pretty wacky, but I swear it works. So I'm taking my translucent powder, sorry, that's what I meant to say, and a light powder, fluffy powder brush, tapping off the excess, and I'm just tapping that all over my lip area through the tissue. Again, this looks crazy. It's always funny when I have to do this for clients because it's a crazy look, but that's going to help matte and set that lipstick. Now I'm scratching that off, and yes, through the magic of editing, we don't have the red lips anymore. Sorry, had to go back and cut that out. So I'm just cleaning up any raccoon eye that I've gotten from some makeup fallout. And I'll show you in a minute how to prevent that, but just to clean it up, we're just kind of wiping that up lightly. No big deal. Now onto preventative makeup. preventative makeup. It's to prevent these things from happening in the first place. So we're starting with a clean face. Just cutting through all that. And I'm starting with my eyes. Notice I'm using my C brush again, and I'm doing a C shape there with that little arrows indicating. And I'm going in with my Real Techniques crease brush. And this is again from the Too Faced chocolate bar. And I'm using salted caramel just to help with that crease area. I'm blending that in the C. And then I'm taking my Real Techniques powder brush again. And I'm using the white chocolate from the chocolate bar. And doing it on the other eye. I did a really neutral look this time, just because that's one of the easiest color schemes to use when you're in a rush. I love to use just soft colors like that, so that way they're not too bold. Bold ones are fun, but they're not great when you're in a tight rush. And I'm just brushing that on just to help blending it out. And again, I'm going back through. So now that I'm starting fresh faced, I'm using my NYX wax pencil just to define that lash line. Again, short little strokes are going to help you get a more precise lash line and eyeliner look. Again, short little strokes. You'll also notice I did my eye makeup before applying my foundation. This is to prevent eyeshadow fallout. For my foundation, I'm using the Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation, and I'm applying that with a beauty sponge. I'm just going all over, just really quickly. I'm not going to go in too much into the foundation look because that's pretty self-explanatory, but I can do a video about that later for you. And I'm just making sure I've blended that out really well. Beauty blenders, whichever kind you get, if you get the actual name brand beauty blender, or if you do a generic, they're amazing. It's my favorite tool to apply foundation. Love them, love them, love them. If you have not used one yet, I highly recommend it. And I can even do a video on those because they are fantastic. Like I said, just blending that out, making sure everything's nice and blended. Blending, blending, blending. Now going in with my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. I'm using it in medium. This is the best thing, hands down, I've ever found for concealer. It's great for setting it. It's like the name says, it gets rid of that under eye. It's not too cakey. Hands down, the best concealer I've ever used. And believe me, I've tried them all. And I'm just going in an upside down triangle, going under that eye area, taking it down along my nose, and then connecting it back to that under eye area. I'm going to do that on the other side too. So I like to let that set a minute. And to set that, after I've let it set, I'm using the e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. HD Under Eye Setting Powder. After you've let your concealer set, dab that on with your blender, and then we're just tapping that on lightly. It's going to look a little thick at first, but that's okay. You can kind of brush it off later with either your kabuki brush or with a powder puff. And like I said, just setting that under eye area. So the purpose of this is, one, it's going to set that concealer so it's not running off your face if you tend to sweat or have oil. But two, if you get fallout through the day, like I do because I have oily eyelids, when you've set that, you can just lightly wipe it off. And again, like I said, going through with a kabuki brush and just knocking off any of that excess and blending it in. I like to give it about a couple of minutes if you have the time. It really helps let that settle in, but it doesn't settle into the creases and fine lines, so that's good too. Next, we're going to set our face with the Urban Decay's All Nighter setting spray. Love it. This stuff works great. And just going to let that dry a minute. Dry, 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 dry. Now we're going to go in with my roller lash. This is by Benefit. This is a great one because you notice it has a super, super tiny brush. So it's great for getting up there. A lot of the big brushes are great, but man, they really it's easier to get the big glumps and the mascara smears. So in a tight minute, And for a natural look, I really love to use a small brush like this. There's a lot of different ones on the market. This is just what I happen to have on hand today. And we're just lightly applying some mascara. I'm not going too crazy bold because, like I said, for this tutorial, I was kind of going for a simple look because this is like if you are in a jam. And I'm just, instead of doing an under eye eyeliner, I'm going back with that C brush. Now I'm lining my lips. I forgot, I did get to show you that I lined my lips. And this is with a Clinique lip pencil. I'm sorry, I cannot remember which color it's in because I used it so much that I rubbed the label off. Do you guys do that? I do too. Anyway, like I said, lining the lips, super, super important to prevent that bleeding. Now going through with my Stila liquid matte lip. This is in patina. This is a great type of lip color because it stays in place. It has a nice matte finish. And I don't have to worry about bleeding or rubbing off or even getting on my teeth. Foundation brush again, just to clean up any of those lines that you might get. This is a great little way to do that. Now, my favorite part, to prevent it getting on your teeth, put your finger in your mouth, suck it through like a lollipop, and that will keep it clean.
Hey guys, so much better, right? Right, lots better. So I hope that helped you guys. I know that's some things that were really hard for me in the beginning when I started to experiment with makeup a lot more, because that's crap that happens to all of us, and I still get mascara glumpies and all of that, but this helps a lot better. And so when that stuff happens, I feel like if I can kind of do a little bit of preventative work by like putting on my lip liner, setting my under eye makeup better, so when I do get that fallout, I can just go whoop like that, it helps a lot better. So when those things happen, I can kind of overcome them a lot easier than if I don't go ahead and take care of that stuff. And it's kind of part of my daily routine now. I don't even think about when I set my under eye makeup. That's just what I do. It helps me because I know I'm going to get fallout, as the day goes on, because I have kind of oily eyelids, and, unfortunately, I'm getting older, so fallout does happen more because there's extra skin there, and that skin doesn't want to hold on to that makeup as well, even when I put on my primers and all that. So it's just little things like that to do that helps, I know, keep my look feeling fresh and feeling, I feel confident in it. So I know I'm okay if I get a little fallout. I just go, boop, and I know that I can wear my lipstick and I can talk to clients and I can interact with people and all that, and I'm not getting lipstick stains all over my teeth, and it's not moving anywhere because it's a lipstick I trust and I know it's going to work well for me. So I hope these things help you guys. I'm not going to ramble on anymore because I could talk about this stuff all day long, and we've all got to get on with our lives, don't we? But I hope that you enjoyed it. If this is something you want to see more of, there's a ton more things I can talk about this. I was thinking about covering up blemishes because I haven't said today. Y'all probably noticed, covering up blemishes and concealer mistakes and hair mistakes. Believe it or not, I did wash my hair today for you guys. But as I've said before in my previous videos, my hair does best several days in, so please don't judge today. Just first day of shampoo always is a little bit flat and all that. And so I wanted to make this video more about makeup so I didn't spend as much time on my hair today. But anyway, there's a lot more things. I know you guys have makeup epic fails and hair epic fails that you would like to see to how to get some help on. So hit me up in the comments on that. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And anyway, let me know if you guys like this, if you hate it, whatever. I'd love to hear back from you. That would help me out so much, and I will keep making these videos for you. Alright, everybody, have a beautiful day. Thank you. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and have a beautiful day. Bye.